What's up, guys? It's Dr. Steve, master of the subconscious mind and doctor who fixes 100% of orthopedic issues not related to cancer, fracture, or infection. And with the information I'm about to share with you today, you're going to have more knowledge than most of the doctors that are alive today. And that's because doctors still believe in genes. They still believe in the gene theory. And basically, every single cell inside your body has a negative charge inside the cell and a positive charge outside the cell, right? Your cells are like a battery. So when we know that, with certain training, you can focus energy, which we call chi, right? And it moves through our body, and you can heal anything, absolutely anything that you choose, because we know that disease in the mind causes disease in the body. So, what causes illness is that the signal to the cell is skewed or becomes bad, right? So if that's the case, there's three different ways that could happen. How do we disrupt that signal, right? We could have chemicals or toxins from the environment. Those are things that can cause that. You can have an injury, right? And so if you have an injury, that injury could cause that. So that's why I deal with structure, and I basically pull apart these adhesions that are on the spinal cord, and we pull apart those adhesions that are on the spinal cord. Now all of a sudden, when we stretch a nerve, it loses function. We restore that proper neural input to the cell. But the other thing that causes that is our thought. And our thought is a big contributor to what causes illness today, right? And so everybody has those negative thoughts going in their mind. They don't think they're deserving of love. They don't think they're attractive. They don't think that they can make money. They doubt, what if I fail? All these different negative beliefs that they have. They believe their life is stressful. They believe that money doesn't grow on trees. They believe you have to work hard for it. There's all these limiting factors that they have that hold them back. And so, that's all that it is. And, you are meant to be here to live a healthy and happy existence, right? It's all just the perception in your mind. The mind is basically that big cause of illness, right? And so the difference between somebody who has disease in the mind or disease in the body and somebody who's healthy is their perception. And you can change your perception, which means if you can change your perception on things, you can change your life and you can change your health. So, in other words, you create your heart disease, you create your diabetes, you create the cancer within your being. That is all up to you with your perception, and you have the ability to change that. You can change the cell signaling within your own body. So, you got epigenetics, right? And what happens is parents pass down these limiting beliefs to their family, which affects the DNA and that affects the cell. So we know, since that's the case, that if we can break those family chains, right, and we can actually change, when we change that perception of how our family gave us that thought virus, all of a sudden now you don't have that predisposition for that disease, right? So it's epigenetic control with controlling your beliefs and your thoughts. You don't have to believe what you're told. You don't have to be in that negativity, right? It's all what you drive yourself for, right? So when we open our hearts, what happens is we follow our mission work. We do what we're supposed to be doing. All right, so we want to, sorry, my notes are falling down a little bit, but, so bottom line is where I'm trying to get at with this is that, if someone tells you that you're going to be sick and die because you have an illness, and you believe that, you are going to die because that's your belief. The placebo effect is real. We all know that people take sugar pills, and they don't know they're taking sugar pills. They think they're taking a drug. And 1/3 of those people get better. 1/3 of healing, even in the medical field, is placebo. Even surgery, 1/3 of that healing and feeling better is actually placebo, because the person believed that that surgery or that treatment was going to fix them. So, you have the ability within your own being, and everything comes from within internal. And that's what I'm going to say. I don't believe in the germ theory. The germ theory is that you have an outside influence that takes over the host, a bacteria, a virus, a mold. Those things exist, but they exist in everybody. But other people have them in check. Their immune system recognizes it. So the difference between the person who's ill and experiences symptoms and the person who doesn't is the fact that it's their beliefs. And it's they're out of disconnection. So those are opportunities for us to heal. They're gifts in strange wrapping paper. So when we change our perception that we can heal and that these pains, fears, and challenges of life are just a gifts to reawaken us to our true potential, to our consciousness, and live a happy, healthy, thriving life, all of a sudden now you heal and the body doesn't speak the mind anymore. You just exist.